How's it going, everyone? My name is System Z, and today we are going to be doing some more stuff in the project area. That's right, this is the Minecraft Let's Play, and I already said it, but I'll say it again. Darn it, my name is System Z. And yeah, I'm in the new project area again. Of course, that's where we're going to be for the next few episodes. We're going to do a lot of stuff in this cool canyon. I'm very excited, and I think you guys should be as well. So I've done a few things, right? Okay, I've done a few things, and you might notice this pow pow right here in my hand. This pow pow. It's a very nice bow that I've pretty much manufactured. Look at that, Unbreaking 3 Flame Power V. Power 5, of course, Infinity. It's a really good bow, and it took forever. It took forever, and yeah, so the reason I'm showing you guys this pow pow, or this bow, is because you might remember this little thing. I don't really know what it is. This little thing from last episode, and I didn't really have anything to show with it. It was just kind of leading down into a cave. Well, I've cleaned that up quite a bit. This is what I've done, and I think it looks awesome. So it's like this is where the mystical stuff is. So of course the architect's shack. Oh God, I thought something was on fire there for a moment. That scared the mess out of me. But yeah, so this is like the architect's shack, and of course any survivalist in Minecraft is gonna need to have a general place to put their enchantment table and all the mystical stuff, such as the portal to literal hell. That's about as mystical as it gets, I guess. And yeah, and then the anvil, of course, which isn't really mystical, but I think that looks awesome. But yeah, it's really loud, so I'm going to only be here for a second, but this is where the enchantment table is. So yeah, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I think this looks pretty cool. God, those noises are so loud. I think this looks pretty cool. It's actually very similar to the old world when we did the blacksmith's forge. I think that's really cool. And I've also done a lot of stuff in terms of terraforming. Obviously not quite yet on the top of things, making it grassy, but I'll do that soon. I've just basically cleaned up the area. And it's perfect because it allows me to show you guys exactly what I want to do. So basically what I want to do for this town, because this is basically a planning episode. This is where we're talking about things. I'm going to try and get you guys to give me some ideas, and we're just going to work together here. But this is like the blueprint stage. So this is where we're going to really be planning things out. So what I want to do is cram the entire village portion of the build in the back. So the back of this canyon. Up here is where, little deposits will be, and maybe a river for, getting gold that's flowing from maybe a canyon or a cave up there. The idea is to have a waterfall and then it flowing through, splitting off into a big lake that will be over here. This is probably not going to be really true to actual, gold mining in the real world. This is probably not going to be anything similar to the gold rush. I'm just kind of trying to go off my head and make a unique experience for Minecraft. But yeah, so the next idea is that I want this to be a clear view all the way to the back. I know that sounds weird. I don't want this to be the center. I want everything to align up in a way where I can see all the way back here. And the reason why is because we're going to have little buildings here at the front. Then we're going to have bigger buildings in the back so you can see them from the bottom. And then we're going to have a railroad going all the way across, just a straight line. It's not going to be curved at all. It will just be a straight line, a straight shoot all the way to the other side. And I got this idea because this is already carved out. And this kind of reminds me of like where a tunnel would be and then a train would be going across. And I think it's the perfect idea. And what I'd like to do is connect all of the cities and builds that we do in this series. And this is a good way to do that, just through railroads. So this should be pretty cool. We're not going to connect it to anything at the start, though, because obviously we don't have anything else. But yeah, so that's the idea for today. We're going to be building at least one part of it. I don't know. I might do pretty much the entire thing, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to start with over here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some stuff and maybe do a little bit more planning before we begin. But yeah, so I see you guys in just a moment. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. I hope you enjoyed last episode. That was probably my favorite episode ever. I just said that was really weird. But yeah, probably my favorite episode ever because I edited it so great. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, so I've got most of the materials I need, and now we can kind of go ahead and get started. So, before I do that, you guys might already notice something over there. That's just basically a little frame for me. Actually, right now we're going to be using this just so we know exactly what we're working with, exactly what height I want everything to be at, and I won't have to sit there and second guess or make any mistakes. We've already got a general frame here. So what I want to do is have a tunnel, right? A tunnel here, and it's just going to be a straight shoot all the way to another tunnel over there. But I want it to look good, and I think I've come up with a pretty cool style. So let's go ahead and kind of begin. I'm going to do this kind of like a tutorial, but not necessarily. I'm just going to try and focus on getting things built here. But I'm going to go up pretty much all the way to the top with this and connect the sides together. I don't really remember how high this is, but that's not necessarily important right now. But yeah, it's going to look really cool. I've done a lot of testing, and I'm very excited to have this like all the way across, because I haven't actually done it in any world, not my test world or even just in plain building, not even related to this. I've never done a train like track all the way. Oh no, my knees. There we go, breaking knees again in Minecraft. But yeah, I've never had one go all the way across. So this is going to be really cool, and I'm really excited, and I think you guys should be too. But yeah, we're going to connect those sides up, and then we're going to connect out by 3 blocks just like that, 1 in the middle as well. And then we're going to do that as well. And let's go ahead and cap this off with some half slabs and kind of give a little style to it. If I'm building a little bit quick, I'm sorry. I know that some of you may be kind of following along. I don't really think anybody needs this as a tutorial, because you guys probably aren't really building this as well. You're just watching me do it. I mean, if you're building it as well, that's totally cool too. In fact, you know what? If you are playing like your own Let's Play world while watching mine, take a screenshot, and if you don't know how to do that, you just press F2 on your keyboard. Take a screenshot and send it to me on Twitter. I'd love to see what you guys are working on right now. And yeah, so you already know what I'm working on. Show me what you're working on. But the next thing I'm going to do is basically create these little sun breakthrough things. I don't really know what they're called, but you see them a lot in gardens and like over plant type stuff. I actually have learned this from Grian, actually. He has a video, I believe it's like one of his desert videos, where he does like a transformation of a desert village, and he does this, and I actually really like it. It looks really cool. And it's going to look awesome with this design, especially once we get leaves on top of it. But it's basically designed just to break the sunlight away and kind of shield what's ever below that with something. And it's honestly just there for style. I really like the way it looks. And we're not really going to do anything with this. This is just kind of layout for the future. We're going to cover all of this up with Mesa stuff. Hardened clay, that's it. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add some support. So we're going to do that using vertical facing logs. So just like that, one on top of the other, going kind of diagonally there. And then we're going to do another one on this side. And I think this design, seriously, this whole village is going to be really cool. And hopefully the best thing I've ever done, especially in survival, because I have a lot of cool ideas. But that is pretty much going to be the main like overhang. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of create this little cool little like hanging down thing in the middle. I don't really know what to call this, but it's going to look pretty cool nonetheless. So I just need to get up there. Let's go ahead and get rid of the shovel and climb up there with some dirt, the ultimate scaffolding tool. And we're just going to do that, one on that side, and then hold shift and get it all built out and get that side as well. And I don't really know what to call this. It's going to be kind of cool, though. Maybe I could do another sign, like welcome to the city or something, because this is, in theory, like an entrance to the city, considering I'll have an actual railroad, but I don't know. For now, I think this is looking good, and I think this is going to be like really exciting. Once it's actually done and there's lights in here and it just goes all the way across and we've got a town here, and I don't know what I'm going to do on this side yet, but God, it's going to be so cool. You guys should be excited. Really excited. But yeah, we're not going to do any leaves quite yet. Next, we're going to work on probably the biggest part. I'm going to basically connect the two sides. I don't have a tunnel on that side yet, and I might not do that this episode, but it's just going to be another one of these, essentially. So if I don't show it on camera, at least you saw me build this. But yeah, this is going to look really cool. So what I'm going to do is get the dirt, and this dirt is very temporary. Eventually I'm going to style it, and we're just going to place it at about this height, and I'm going to go out to about there. Oh no, is it raining? It's like it's a sandstorm or something. It's a Darude sandstorm. It's really foggy. Man, I really do not like when it rains. That's terrible. So, yeah, all right, let me go ahead and explain, and then we'll go ahead and cut. That way we don't have to watch or sit here through the fog. But the next thing I want to do is basically create the wall material or the wall texture, the wall design, that's the one, that's going to connect the two sides together. And what I want to do is have a really rounded top. And I think this is going to be a really cool design. So what I'm going to do is get some spruce stairs and create little segments of 3, just like that. Then we're going to get a brown hardened clay block and place it right in the middle. And eventually I'm going to place some pressure plates on here. I don't think, yeah, I could do that now. Why not? Just to show you guys what I'm doing. We're going to do that. And then I'm going to get wooden not transparent, what trapdoors. Transparent, I don't know. And that's going to be the main design for the top. But see, then it's going to open up onto this area. So there's going to be a wall that's completely visible under it. And this was totally the wrong thing to do. But yeah, so then I'm just going to basically do the same thing and have a trapdoor going all the way up, followed by a pressure plate. So let's go ahead and get that. But then on this side, under the stairs, we're going to have ordinary wooden logs, and they're going to be facing this way. And then there's going to be a layer on this side that goes that way. And then the same thing all the way across. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully I can do something cool with editing to show you guys the process. But I'm going to wait this storm out. That way we don't have to sit through the fog. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing built. And there we are. Look at that beautiful structure. That is a lot of man hours right there. Not really. It only took about maybe an hour. And it only took that long just because I had to go out and get more wood. And I was also talking to some people on Skype. And also I was having to do all those cool camera shots. But I love doing those, so it's okay. But yeah, so what we're going to do next is it's really not going to be much. I'm not going to do it all the way across just yet, just because this will not be the permanent design. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm wanting to do with the railroad. But before I do that, let me go ahead and say, let me get real close here. I just failed so bad. You know, earlier in this episode, I recorded, and then I realized I didn't have my mic on. That happened again. Oh my God, it happened again. Yes, it happened again, and I'm so sad. But anyways, let's continue on. I thought it was about to rain there for a minute. So while I do this, I want you guys to know, again, this is not the permanent design. This is a very temporary thing, and I definitely want you guys to let me know some ideas that you might have for a railroad track. Let me know by sending me a picture on Twitter, and if I use your design, I'll definitely make sure to give you a shout out. But yeah, so I'm just going to lay out the main pieces here before we kind of continue on with the decoration of it. But let me go ahead and say, one of the people, I guess, one of the dudes I was talking about, talking on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. I'm this is what I get for recording so many clips with my microphone off. The guy I was talking to on Skype. There we go. That's better. I mentioned him last episode, Wells Night Gaming. If you guys don't know who he is, then where have you been? He's a hermit crafter. He's a very cool guy and very nice guy, actually. He's been very helpful. So I told you last episode that he somehow knows me, which I'm very lucky. That's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, I asked him, for some advice because I noticed this guy's uploading like crazy amounts of videos every single day, and I really admire it. Like, I really admire that. That's exactly what I want to do on YouTube. A lot of people assume that, man, I'm getting some lag right now. That's not good. This shader pack's a lot better. It's not lag anymore, is it? That's right. I don't know what's up with that other one, but anyways, a lot of people assume that I just don't want to upload daily. And that's definitely not the case. Like I love being able to upload videos, and I really want to be able to record as much as I want to. What? I don't think that made any sense. But I want to be able to record, a lot of videos for you guys. But I don't think I really can at this time. But I'm going to try. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to try and upload more than one video, at a time. Like I'm trying to do, I actually just recorded last Friday's episode, like yesterday. So I'm going to try and do this one a few days later. But anyways, back to what Wells Knight was saying to me. Let me go ahead and run over here so I can sleep. But basically, I asked him, how does he do it? And does he schedule his videos, or does he just upload them as he records them? And he told me he schedules them, but not in a way that, a lot of people would. He actually showed me like a document using Outlook, Microsoft Outlook. He has like a full calendar, just full of upload days and like videos for those days. And it blew my mind how organized that guy was. And like they're color coded and whatnot. Go away, son. I need to sleep. But yeah. And it seriously showed me like his channel is growing at the rate it is, and he's had so much success because of that dedication. And I think it's time that I try and live up to those standards. He's an amazing YouTuber, and Vintage Beef, that guy. I don't think I asked him about his schedule yet, but that guy, like, no, I did. I talked to him a few days ago about it. He uploads like a few days or a few videos a week. No, God, this is what I'm talking about. I'm all mumbo jumbo brained. Which coincidentally is another YouTuber, but yeah. So Vintage Beef uploads like a few videos a day, and which is the same situation, and you can see like the success on their channel. It's completely because they put in that dedication, and I think that I definitely want to do that. So thank you to you guys. I know you might not be watching, but thank you anyways for giving me that advice. I seriously hopefully it goes a long way. That's what I'm trying to say anyways. I cannot talk today like at all. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get back to this. It's looking pretty good. So the main idea here is that we have like a messy railroad, right? And hopefully I mentioned this already, but if I didn't, hopefully you guys haven't already sent in any designs. But what I'd like is two rails, one block away from each other, and then the side pieces fitting directly, on this whole 5 block across like platform. I do not want it to spill over at all, but what I'm doing for now is just using trapdoors for the little pegs, and I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, this is my design currently. If you have anything better, send it to me on Twitter. I'd love to see it. But next, let's go ahead and add in the rails. I want to have this all connected via like minecart, and I think this is going to be really cool. I'll be able to ride through like this, maybe even have a big train on here, and the minecart just goes under it. I don't know, but I'm very excited. But yeah, so now that we've done that, let me go ahead and put all this stuff up just because we don't need it right now, and I'm going to talk to you guys about 2 things. So one, I have a poll going on Twitter at the moment that's pretty much saying, what do you guys want to see on the channel? And it kind of falls in place to what we were just talking about, our discussion a moment ago, about those dudes helping me, or giving me advice anyways. Yeah, so let me know what you guys want to see out of these 4 options. Minecraft SMP, like an SMP series, modded Minecraft, let me think of the others. More tutorials. Still trying to think. What is it? Different games. That's the last one. Different games. So let me know. Those are pretty much the options that I'm working with at the moment. And just let me know in the comments down below, or go to my Twitter and vote. Actually, it's probably too late by now to do that. But yeah, and the next thing that I want to ask you guys is to, what is it? I cannot think at all. Oh yeah, would you like to see, more of each series a week? Just, yeah, let me know. But anyways, I've recorded this clip like 3 times now, and I don't really remember all the stuff I wanted to talk about, but I do know that we are really running short for time. But let's go ahead and kind of explain what I've done here. So this is pretty much the main railroad track, right? Yeah, it looks awesome in my opinion. It's kind of plain at the moment, but don't worry. I'll add in a lot of cool stuff here soon, especially once we add in like the little landscaping over these areas, and then even some over here. And especially once we build the town and kind of connect it to this, I think it'll all look good. But then we've got this railroad here, and this is what I was talking about. I love that round over effect on the top, where it's not just straight up and then just kind of a block like that. It kind of rounds over onto the platform, and you can see the tracks. And I love that so much, especially from a distance. I think that just looks so cool. I love it. So that is pretty much the idea I had. I'm going to go ahead and wait for you guys to pretty much give me any suggestions before I connect it all the way. But I'm going to go ahead and end it off for today. What I'm going to do on my own time is pretty much do the landscaping in these areas, clean it all up, and I'll show you guys that in the next episode. But speaking of the next episode, we're going to work on a waterfall, which is going to be a little weird because this is definitely not the kind of area you'd expect to see it in. But I'll explain why in next episode. But we're going to do a waterfall and a river, and it's going to be awesome. But anyways, guys, my name is System Z. You guys have been awesome, and I have a few requests for you. So one, send in a screenshot of what you are currently working on in your Let's Play world. Send that to my Twitter @SystemZ. 2, let me know what type of content you guys want to see out of the 4 options I gave you. So modded Minecraft, Minecraft SMP, tutorials, or just different games in general. 3, send me your railroad designs. I'd love to see them. Just send them to me on Twitter as well. And 4, do you guys want to see more than one video of a series each week? I'd love to do it to where it's like every other day or every other day I'm uploading it. I think that would really help out with being able to make more content as well. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. My name has been System Z, of course. This has been the Minecraft Let's Play. Let me know what you thought of today's episode down below, and if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know as well below, I guess. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.